Welcome back to Off the Post, where we've got sports news, we've got biased views. I'm here with my man Archie. What are you saying, brother?
All good, man. Thanks for having me back again.
No worries, pal. He's stepping in for Sham, who's recovering from his op. So we both wish you all the best on your road to recovery. But do you know what? Just while we're speaking about that, have you noticed that in recent years there's been a lot of comebacks? You know, like the back end of last year, you had the comeback of N-Dubs.
Yeah.
The start of this year, you got the comeback of Sham's Airline.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming. He's been after that for a few years now.
I know,
I've worked
bro.
with him for 5 years, and yeah.
His hairline really did say it'll be back like the Terminator in Judgment Day. You know?
Yeah, that's it. It'd be good to see him when he's back.
That's it. But do you know what? Talking of Judgment Day, bro, let's get right into it, man. FA Cup football on a Friday night at the Etihad. Manchester City against Arsenal, the two front runners of the league.
Yeah.
Gave us a little taste of where the two teams are at.
Did give a really good taste. It's gutting. It's gutting that we're out of the cup. It would have been great to obviously go for the league and have another bit of silverware as well.
Yeah.
Obviously Arteta's going for the league. You see, you made a lot of changes in the game.
Yeah, talk me through it, bro. Start with the lineups. Yeah, start with the lineups because I was surprised with yours, man.
I was surprised. He's obviously come out since the game and he's turned around and said that he trusts all the players and he wants to give everyone a run. I understand that, but at the same time, obviously, going out against City's main squad, we always knew City were going to put out a main squad.
Yeah.
I did. I knew full well.
I did know that,
Yeah.
only because, and I was surprised you didn't, and the reason being is because we both had a whole week to prepare for the FA Cup game.
No midweek games, 100%.
And now going into this week, we've got no game until next weekend.
So there's plenty of rest time.
Yeah, so there wasn't any reason why you couldn't field a strong team. I understand rotation, giving younger players a run out.
But there's a time and place.
But away at Man City?
Yeah, you don't
really?
do that. No. 100% I agree. I think Arteta, he's taken a risk and it's backfired. It has. It's backfired. He made a lot of changes. Obviously, you see the desperation when he made the subs after obviously going 1-0 down. He brings on Zinchenko, brings on Martinelli, then brings on Odegaard, brings on Saliba. Like, see what we're missing a lot of the key players.
Yeah.
Takes off Partey due to an injury, which obviously touch wood is not bad.
Do you know what's happening with that?
It was a rib. He had an injury on the ribs. He's had an MRI scan, and it's all good. He's looking to be back in the squad for Everton.
Oh, that's good.
Which is that's key because you could tell when he come off. We missed him when Lokonga come on. There was some obviously defending that needed doing.
Yeah.
Partey, the positions that City players were getting in, wouldn't have been able to if Partey was on. And obviously, that's injury. That's a bit gutting. But in terms of the lineup, it's just we missed everyone, and there wasn't enough time when he did bring them on for them to gel and clearly, obviously, get a goal.
Yeah.
It was too late.
Yeah,
it was too late. He went for the risk, and it was just far too late. But
when I see the lineups come out. Obviously, I was fairly confident.
Yeah.
You see, we fielded one of our, arguably our strongest 11.
Yeah.
But the only thing I was worried about, and I said before kickoff, Ake against Saka.
Yeah, you did. But
and then over the course of the game, Ake scores the winner. Saka gets subbed off.
Yeah.
Ake has his own MRI scan. He's got back pains from having Saka in his pocket.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Like, I can't fault you there. The problem was when Martinelli come on, the problem was down the left wing.
Yeah.
Because I think he was solid when he come on.
Yeah,
he was getting through. There was one chance he had when he got right through, and it's just a shame no one was in the box. And this is where obviously we lacked because he took Trossard off as well.
Yeah.
We had no one in the box. He skipped past Trippier, I think it was, and then Walker. Sorry, came straight in. Went to flick it into the middle. No one was there. That would have been the opportunity, but.
Do you know what? In the first half, you had two very, very good opportunities.
So Tomiyasu
and Trossard.
Yeah, great opportunity. They were, and Trossard looked really well he looked really good.
I'll be honest, we were lucky to go in at half-time 0-0.
Keeper. That's all I'm going to say. Your keeper.
Yeah, I mean, I've said since I saw him the first couple of games, he's a good goalkeeper.
Very good goalkeeper.
And I've said in the 6 months that we've had him, I've said, what a save. More times than I have with Edison.
Yeah.
The whole time we've had him. So it just goes to show you that they are different in terms of goalkeeping ability.
Yeah.
But distribution, they are very similar. It's just I have never seen City try and play that long ball so much in my life.
Yeah.
Than against Arsenal. Honestly, bro, we did look like an expensive Stoke at times. Just trying to get it up to Haaland every single time.
That was what I was going to touch on as well. The problem, see the goal, that you scored. Okay, the goal, how it was worked, really well worked goal.
Yeah.
Because they weren't looking for Haaland. Oh, you just kept watching it, and they just kept trying to put the ball to Haaland. And Arteta would have said to the lads, mark Haaland, because that's what they're going to go to. And that's what happened. But then as soon as you opened up, played as a team and looked for somebody else and not Haaland, that ball could have been played differently. But he flicked it back to Ake and he's put it in the right corner.
Yeah. But do you know what? The thing is, right, is I think it stemmed from the early part of that game where there was a couple of times where that long ball was played, Haaland managed to roll Rob Holding and almost get on the end of it. Do you know what I mean? So this is 100%. Why I think the ball kept being played over, because he had spun Holding a couple of times.
They thought the opportunity was going to come, but then I think we worked on that. We saw Rob Holding was struggling against Haaland, so we covered it and managed it better. And then obviously the goal come from not looking for Haaland, that's also come from the start of the season when he come to the season. He started the Prem and got off to a flying start, was scoring left, right, and centre. Still kind of is, but. That's what they're doing. They just want to feed Haaland all the time.
Yeah,
I do get it. Look how many goals he scored.
That's what I mean. There is a reason for that.
100%.
But if we weren't supplying him, if we weren't trying to look for him, I'll be being told, well, why did you go and get a striker?
It swings and roundabouts.
Whichever way you look at it, it's going to be debated, isn't it?
100%. 100%. I completely agree with that.
It's not very often, bro, that I see Pep react with his subs. And when Martinelli came on, he was a problem for Rico Lewis.
Yeah.
So he switched him out for Kyle Walker.
Yeah.
And Martinelli even spun him a couple of times. But pace for pace, Walker was the guy to have there.
Of course, you're not, like I say, even though Martinelli got round him a few times, you're not going to put anyone, and the switch was the right thing to do. You're not going to put anyone else there, 100%.
But I think the reason that we went 1-0 up was because of the changes we made. When Alvarez came on, he was a problem, man.
Mm-hmm.
He was a problem. He
Solid.
always reminds me, I've said this before, he reminds me of like a Tevez. He's one of them little bulldogs, you know what I mean?
Just there, just all like kind of like Zinchenko, really, like everywhere.
Low centre of gravity, very agile, and he got that shot off, and if that would have gone in, boy, that is worthy of any FA Cup win. But it came off the post, you boys didn't clear your lines, and Nathan Ake, of all people, the Dutch Terminator, bagged. Honestly.
Jack Grealish, good game.
Again,
Jack Grealish had a good game.
The thing is, like Jack Grealish, he gets a lot of stick, Jack Grealish, because his numbers aren't there. But when he gets the ball, he will drive at you.
Oh, 100%.
He doesn't care.
I think with fans nowadays, are too quick to jump on it. It's consistency that people are looking for, I suppose, nowadays.
Yeah, I know, but it's not just that. It's other things as well. Like Jack Grealish has already played in the Premier League. There was a big price tag on him when he came to Man City.
Proven. Price tags. Thing is, price tags just need to be scrapped now. Like price tags are being increased. We're seeing it happen now. Like price tags are going up. You can't put a price tag on a player anymore.
No, I know.
It's just about how well they do, and it's just one of them that you just got to...
but he does get brought into it. Where Jack Grealish is concerned, it does get brought into, £100 million you paid for him. And
I get it now, I get it all the time now, especially with Sham about Pepe.
Oh, yeah.
70 mil and flop.
Yeah, but I don't really know what he's...
He didn't really do anything. I think he had a couple of good
can't
games
talk anyway, and you got Harry Maguire on the bench. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so it's not, honestly, trust me, United are far from perfect in their buying.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like Anthony, like I know Sham obviously defends Anthony really well. Me personally, I'm just not a fan. I think he spends, like, he has scored and he has had a few assists, but what more he could put in if he stopped dancing around. Like there's certain points in the game where he's doing skills that just don't need to be.
I think he needs to realise that this is not the Dutch league.
You can't do this in the Prem.
Yeah.
How often do you see? Yeah, you see the odd little trick now and then, a good ball, but you don't.
Yeah,
you can't be dancing around like that.
But one day, if he comes up against a typical fullback,
it will get taken off in counter-attack.
He will get snapped.
Of course he will.
Do you know
of course he will. No, it kind of needs to happen. It needs to happen.
It probably does need to happen. It's one of them. You don't know until
it's happened. Yeah, it does need
to. But I won't take it away from him. He is a good player.
Yeah, 100%.
He will need time to adjust to the Premier League, and he needs to realise very quickly that it's not the same as the Dutch League.
No, it's not. That's it, and that's why these Prem-proven players, it's always ideal.
Yeah, but I suppose the positive you could take out of the FA Cup game is that because you're out of it, you haven't got to focus on it.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like,
Do you know what I mean?
I think that's what Arteta's done with the whole reason with the lineups. That's exactly what he's done. He's in his head. He's gone. I care more about the league. If we get a result tonight, great. He, as I said earlier, he's just took a massive risk.
Yeah.
That is it. He's literally just taken a risk, and as I said earlier, it's completely backfired, and we're now out the cup, which is going.
Yeah.
It is going.
But then you've still got European football.
We have.
And you got the league, and I had this conversation with Sham on the last one as well. It is, I think, it's a tougher ask playing Europa League and weekend games than it is Champions League and weekend games.
Yeah.
The turnaround is a lot quicker, or it feels a lot quicker anyway, because you play on a Thursday then Sunday.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you know what I mean? Whereas Champions League, it's played on a Tuesday or a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it just feels a lot quicker with the turnaround in European games. But now you've only got 2 to focus on. And listen, I don't care what anybody says, right? I think, and I'm not just saying it because City have never won the Champions League, but winning the Premier League is a bigger achievement.
Do you think?
Of course it is. The Premier League, I get it. The Champions League is the best teams in Europe, right? But the Premier League is played over 38 games.
It's the best league.
Yeah, it's played over 38 games. You can get a slice of luck in the Champions League and win it. You cannot get a slice of luck in the Premier League and win it.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? You have to be consistent over 38 games. How many games do you play in the Champions League from group stage to final? Was it 16?
It is, yeah.
It's under half the amount of games.
No, it's fair enough. And like you say, like the group stages, if you get a good draw, if you get an easy draw, like you sail through that.
This is what I mean. So, I know it's the best teams in Europe, and I get it, and there'll always be that argument against, and people will look at me.
Because you're the best team in Europe. You're just going to get, you are going to get mixed reviews.
But I'll have people dropping in the comments now. It's like, he's only saying that because City have never won it. Like, honestly, but anyway, man, let's move on from that anyway, and your London rivals Spurs, they managed to do what you couldn't.
They did.
And that is get through.
They did. I didn't think they'd win that.
Bro, I
didn't think they'd get a result.
Nor did I, because their game before Preston, they had just edged it 1-0 against Portsmouth.
Yeah.
And coming into this game, Preston away, I thought that's going to be the tie where there's going to be an upset, and I just thought.
Well, you see upsets happen all the time in the FA Cup.
Yeah,
in these cup games, you see upsets. You see the likes of Preston will go. Well, you'd have thought these sort of teams in the lower leagues, they just go into it with nothing to lose, really.
Yeah.
They have like an attitude where it's like, well, we've got this opportunity. Chances are we're going to get knocked out, so they just throw everything at it.
Yeah.
And then that's the times where you see them actually pick up results and go through.
That's it.
It happens every season, it happens all the time, but unfortunately, it didn't happen in Spurs. Spurs were the better team, unfortunately.
They did.
Son had a great game.
3-0 winners. It was pretty routine in the end,
yeah,
didn't it?
It was in the end.
Well, pretty much just as routine as United's win against Reading.
Yeah.
As well. So
again, I was hoping that Reading were going to win. Just sort of give the stick to Sham, but no,
he's had it. He's in enough pain as it is at the minute, man.
Didn't need that.
But to be fair, they did alright. Casemiro got 2, Fred got 1. It was like a Brazilian samba.
Casemiro, the difference with Man United, I think this season has been Casemiro. He's sort of like he has given them fight. Like you see, they lose to us with him not in the game. Come back. I know it's obviously only Reading, but. Still vital player, and he changes the team. I think this season.
Yeah, and also Marcus Rashford, the rejuvenation of Marcus Rashford is unbelievable, man.
Yeah,
I bet Gareth Southgate is sitting there thinking, why did I only bring him on as sub? And it's decisions like that, which is why I question why he's in the job that he's in.
I do agree, but maybe next time when it comes around to the next internationals, it will be a completely different lineup.
Oh yeah,
and
by the time it gets around to the next internationals, we'll have the Marcus Rashford of 2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Chances are it will happen. He'll have 1 or 2 great seasons and then go quiet again.
But no, to be fair, where United are concerned, and it does pain me to say it, man, but I do think that this season their trophy drought will come to an end.
Yeah. Well,
even if it is just the Carabao Cup, I think they'll win that.
Yeah, because
it'll be a tough game against Newcastle if they get through.
Yeah.
But
it will be a very tough game. But you've got to think Newcastle, they're going to want a trophy as well. If they get, chances are it is going to be United and Newcastle in the final.
Yeah.
Newcastle are going to want it, and they've got the team that can do it. And they could do it this season.
I know they can, yeah. But I don't know. I've just got a feeling that their trophy drought is going to come to an end. It's like I say, it might well just be with the Carabao Cup. They could go on to win the FA Cup, You know, if you look at the teams still left in it.
Yeah. They could. Yeah, they could do.
Do you know what teams are gonna cause them problems? Really, us.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, it literally is, because I can't see Spurs causing them trouble. Obviously, Liverpool are now out.
Yeah,
they got done today, 2-1.
Yeah, that's it.
Last minute winner.
Yeah,
they're
exactly.
now. I mean, Liverpool are having a nightmare.
What is going on?
I don't know, because nothing's really changed in terms of players or anything, have they? I mean, they brought Gakpo in, but
yeah, I know they brought him in, but it's not like they haven't sort of implemented him in the right way.
Nah, not at all. Maybe
they've still got
move for him.
Yeah.
It's one of them ones that he might in a few games' time be amazing and start scoring. It's obviously you need time to adapt.
The problem is I think he's done the wrong thing by he brought Darwin Núñez in at the start of the season. Yeah, who obviously if you buy in a player from a different league, a different country, they're going to need time to settle. They're going to need time to adapt to our league, right? Darwin Núñez clearly needs that. So his answer to Darwin Núñez not performing is going to buy someone else from another league. It doesn't make sense.
He's better off just training Núñez, because Núñez, he's got the potential to be a problem in the league.
Yeah, yeah.
He's got the potential, but he's not being given the opportunity, I don't think.
No, I do see what you're saying, but the thing is like he's not helping himself by putting the opportunities away that are presented to him.
So he's you
know?
again agreed. He's missed some sitters.
Yeah,
he's had to put on a plate.
I know.
Seen some like one-on-ones, completely missing target.
So I think him at the start of the season, it was always a question of Haaland, Núñez. I think that was the quickest settled debate in football history. Do you know what I mean?
I think that has been settled. But I mean,
they have got Luis Diaz to come back.
Yeah,
He's been injured for a little while. He will improve them, but their problem lies in the centre of midfield. He has run them into the ground.
Yeah, there's a big problem there.
Yeah.
I mean, I personally like Klopp. I always have. I do like Klopp as a manager.
But now we will see just how good he is.
Again, 100%. I agree.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it'd be good to see how he responds to the second half of the season. Because where are they in the league now? They've got
9th or 10th.
Yeah, similar to sort of Chelsea, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're in Chelsea, because that's what I was saying. When Chelsea and Liverpool played, which again was 0-0, which was terrible.
I know.
Like you expect a game like that. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like the memes you see beforehand online about that game, like just saying it was going to be like a laughing stock, and it was.
Yeah, it was.
It lived up to the meme.
Yeah.
It was a laughing stock.
But when you look at Liverpool's squad on paper, that is not a squad that should be 10th.
No,
that is not a squad that should have Brentford above them. No disrespect to Brentford, because they've been brilliant.
They have.
Liverpool's squad should not be below that. Do you know what I mean? So they do need to sort it out.
They do. I think something's going on, and we'll see. We'll see how they handle it, and I'm sure we'll have this conversation in a few weeks' time.
Yeah, exactly. That was pretty much it for the FA Cup anyway. I mean, Leicester and Southampton, they both got wins. They went through, and Sunderland actually earned a replay away at Fulham.
Yeah.
So we'll see how they get on. I think that they'll be played pretty close to now. It'll probably be like midweek next week or the week after.
Yeah, they're gonna they will. They'll get them done. They'll throw them in.
That's why I was hoping that you didn't score against us. Could you imagine having to play us 4 times in about 3 months?
God, that would have been a nightmare. But it would have come back to the Emirates. I think the league games now, Arteta's going to learn. As going back, he's going to learn now from the team he's put out. He's given the lads a go. It didn't do as well, but I think there's more in the locker for when you come to the Emirates and play us in the league. That's going to be I
think there is, and it wouldn't surprise me if there is. I do think it's going to be different in the league. Like, cup games and league games, there's always changes. I just didn't expect there to be so many from you boys, but there we go.
No, it was 6 in total, but yeah.
But we'll move on to the fixtures in the midweek anyway. We've got the second legs of the Carabao Cup.
Yeah.
Newcastle, Southampton. I think Newcastle 1-0 up, aren't they?
1-0, so it's still
in the balance,
it's difficult, but obviously it's at Newcastle.
It's at Newcastle,
Newcastle. Okay.
So that's why I think Newcastle.
I think they're legit. I think they will. That again could be another 1-0.
Yeah.
I think Newcastle are going to go out there and they're going to want to seal it off. Like they're going to want to go and get another goal straight away at home to try and sort of seal it off.
Yeah.
But again, Southampton, they need to. They haven't been doing too bad.
Yeah, they're struggling in the league. The thing is that when you think, the longer you give yourself time to think about certain games, you always think of like, well, what if? Do you know what I mean? That could have a James Ward-Prowse free kick written all over it.
It could do. It
do you
could
know
do.
What I mean?
Yeah.
Send it to extra time and penalties. Who knows?
You just never know with that. That fixture, that's difficult. Being only 1-0 up, it could still go anywhere. I do think Newcastle will go out, get the first goal, and I think they'll just then try and defend and hold on to it and just try and win.
I think that'll be
Get
another
through.
1-0.
They want to go through to the final. They're gonna be absolutely buzzing at this because they know they're not. Well, they're probably not going to win the league. I don't
think they're going to win the league. No.
But there was talks at one point that they were.
No, I never thought they would win the league. No, but I said that they may get top 4.
Yeah, well, they're going to go for European football
next
season. So that's what they're going to get out of the league.
Yeah.
So then now they're going to think, do you know what? We can add to that European football next season and try and go for a cup. Yeah. They're going to want to be in that final.
Yeah, of course it will. Yeah. And then who they meet in that final, it's going to be Man United. And they're taking a 3-0 advantage back to Old Trafford, aren't they, against Nottingham Forest? So
yeah, I hate to say it, but yeah, that's done and dusted.
It don't even matter if they draw 0-0, does it?
They may as well just not even play
it. Well, we've seen greater comebacks, man. Trust me. Last season, City, Real Madrid, Champions League. Oh my God.
No. But then you're talking.
But we're talking about Nottingham Forest,
not
Real Madrid.
That's exactly what I was about to say. It's a bit of a difference. So I think United are going to comfortably go through there.
I don't think they're going to field their strongest 11, but even the players that they do play will get the job done anyway. 1-0. I'll go United 1-0.
Yeah, fair enough. 1-0.
Yeah,
I agree.
And that will be a juicy final. United Newcastle in the final.
Will be good.
That will be very, very good. If Newcastle go through.
Yeah, if Newcastle and United end up in the final, who's your call? It is really difficult.
Well, there's always going to be a contrast in it from who I want to win.
Yeah.
And who I think is going to win.
Yeah.
Of course, I don't want to see United anywhere near a trophy.
No,
do you know what I mean? Honestly, man. Anyway, let's move on to the Premier League fixtures, brother. Now, when I start going through these, you're going to think, well, didn't we cover this 2 weeks ago? There's a lot of reoccurring fixtures now, man. Chelsea, Fulham. That was only played a couple of weeks ago. Fulham beat them 2-1.
Yeah, it was when Felix, wasn't it, got sent off.
Yes.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
I think it was that game, yeah.
Yeah, it was. They got sent off and then they lost 2-1 the result, I think it was previously.
Yeah.
2-1, yeah.
It was 2-1, yeah. I think it's 2-1 Fulham again. I'll be honest.
Yeah. No, 100%. I think Fulham will.
I just haven't seen anything from Chelsea. Chelsea need to get a decent result against a half-decent team to change my outlook on them. Because at the minute...
They're only picked... I think, who was the last game they played? I think they got... Was it 1-0 win they got? Who did they play last? Who did Chelsea play last?
I can't remember now.
After Liverpool game. I'm sure they played someone else since and just won 1-0.
I can't put my finger on it.
I can't think of who it was. But again, it was. I remember saying after the game, they've only just scraped it.
Yeah, but that is a difficult game.
Of course it is.
For Chelsea.
Yeah, of course it is.
Not only being against a Fulham team that are doing really well, but it's also that is their derby. Chelsea, Fulham. That
100%.
So there's a lot more than just points on the line there. There's obviously pride as well.
100%.
But Newcastle, West Ham.
Difficult one, that as well.
I mean, Newcastle are at home again. I mean, they've got the advantage of having 2 home games in a row. I know in different competitions, but they've got 2 home games in a row. West Ham, they just, for me...
Yeah, I know, but West Ham, my dad's West Ham and I was speaking to him about this. They won the last game, I'm pretty sure, and they don't want to get back into that relegation.
They did against Everton, didn't they?
They did. I don't think they're going to want to hit back that relegation zone, so I think they're going to... As I said to my dad, was that game, that win, is it going to be a turning point for the second half of the season? Get them back to mid-table? Because West Ham don't deserve to be where they are. They're obviously there for a reason, but...
Well, they do, because of the lack of football they've been playing.
But the team, the team they have on paper as well, they've got a good squad. They shouldn't be... I think, they shouldn't have been in the relegation zone for as long as they have been, half of the season. Yeah. They shouldn't have been. They're back, I think they're about 16th now. They're gonna want to win that. That's going to be a crucial 3 points for them. That'll be crucial. That will against Newcastle.
Do you think they can get it?
Yeah, I do.
You think they'll beat them?
I'm going for that. I'm going to go West Ham 2-1.
Really?
Yeah, I am. I think they'll go 1-0 up in the first half. I think it'll go 1-0, and I think West Ham will get a winner.
I think you might have a shout there, just based on Newcastle have got to play midweek. In a second leg of a semi-final. Yeah, so like you were saying, bro, I just, I do agree with you to a point.
I think West Ham they're going to go for. I think they'll go 1-0 up first half. Second half it'll come out. I think Newcastle will go level, and then it will be just sort of end to end. And I think towards the end of the game, I think West Ham will just secure it, just for that advantage, as we've just said about Newcastle playing midweek. That's what's going to happen, in my opinion.
Now we get to sort of like the business side of the season where squad depths matter.
They do.
Do you know what I mean?
They do.
And is this now going to be a bit too much for Newcastle. Who knows? I'm still pipping them to win that game, just based on West Ham's form. I know they won their last game, but they won it against a dejected Everton.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Who are basically at the end of their...
They are.
End of the line, really, where they were in terms of their manager. So, yeah, I've just got Newcastle just to edge that one as well.
Draw's a good shout for that. A draw could be on the cards there.
Yeah, possibly.
Draw.
Possibly,
yeah, no,
yeah.
I think that would be a good game. Be an interesting game to watch.
I just think the reason I want Newcastle to do well, bro, is I want them to be in the top four. I want to mix it up a bit.
Yeah.
I want Newcastle getting to the top four. It just shows once again why our league is the best.
100%. Anything can happen.
Yeah.
You look at that league, that season with Leicester. Everyone during that season was like, "Oh, Leicester are going to fall off." They didn't. They just kept proving everyone wrong.
I know.
So hopefully, Newcastle are the same. People are probably saying, "Oh, Newcastle will flop and they'll get out and they won't get European football," but they'll want to prove a point as well.
Yeah, of course they will, and I hope they do.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
Moving on to a managerless Everton, who one should be appointed very soon. Sean Dyche here, isn't it?
It's looking like it. I'd be very shocked.
And whoever it is, I think it will be Sean Dyche. His first game in charge of Everton at home to Arsenal.
I know. I mean,
bro, all I'm going to say
it's one of them.
He's going to want to get the fans on his side instantly.
I cannot agree anymore.
The only way to do that
is by beating Arsenal.
Beat top the league.
Imagine that, beating Arsenal. That's gonna it'll have the fans behind. It's so difficult to.
But then again, at the same time though, because it hasn't yet been announced, that means that whoever does take charge of Everton, they're going to need time to be with their players.
Yeah.
They've just lost Anthony Gordon to Newcastle.
Yeah.
Right, so they've lost one of their men in the middle. So I think this fixture may be a little bit too soon. To give the old new manager spiel.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It might be this game after. I'm not sure who Everton have got after, but
of course I'd want Everton to do a number on you, but
of course you would. For me, Arteta again. He's gonna have the full team back out.
Yeah.
Prem like he is.
Yeah.
That should be a whitewash. That should be, in my eyes, 3-4-0. That should be in my eyes.
Reckon?
In my eyes, it should be.
Well, it should.
How we've been playing.
Yeah.
And obviously, like we've just covered with Everton having no manager and it probably being too soon, the new manager, if they do come in just before the game, not getting enough time, we should walk all over that.
Yeah, I mean...
Should do.
I'm going to go for an Arsenal win, but not quite to that scoreline. The only reason why is, like I say, you don't know what's going to happen between now and that game with the managerial situation at Everton.
Yeah, 100%.
And obviously, would that game against City knock your boys' confidence a little bit? Maybe not. Do you know what I mean? It could come into it. That's why I'm not going 3 or 4-0. I'll go 2-1.
Maybe I'm being optimistic, but I'm going to stick with that. And I'm going to stick with 3. I'm going to stick with 3-0. I think I'm going to go for.
I'm going to go for a nice cagey 2-1.
Yeah. Okay.
I reckon they'll get a goal to give their fans something to cheer about.
To get a goal against Arsenal.
Yeah.
New manager's first game, and then to only sort of lose 2-1, that wouldn't be so bad for them.
Yeah.
They'd then focus on next game, and it'd give them hope.
But then at the same time, I've said this in previous podcasts, bro.
It's been proven it's gone completely the wrong way.
What's that?
Like when you've been saying about results.
No, I was just going to say about Everton. I've said this before. I do, and Everton fans will probably crucify me, man. But I just think they need a reset, and I don't think going down to the Championship would be a bad thing. I know sometimes it's difficult to come back up, but what is the point in being a football fan and just trying to survive every year, bro?
I'd hate it. It'd be horrible. Like you want to be going to games, especially like these season ticket holders going to games, just watching their team get hammered week in, week out. Yeah. Sometimes it is a good thing to happen. Go down and.
Yeah, but it's not always easy to come back up. I know you've seen like Norwich do it, West Brom do it, but not every team's like that, man.
No, they're not. I know, but then like you just said, that'd be a test for them. If they get results and come back up,
I do think they're too good to go down. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
But and imagine they've got a new stadium as well being built. Could you imagine that? Probably the best stadium in England. They're playing
in Championship.
In the Championship.
Yeah, I know. It's one of them ones, like you've just said. They need a factory reset, and it would probably do them good. But then, really, should Everton be in the Championship? It'd be so weird. It'd be so weird to see Everton playing in the Championship.
Yeah,
I'd find that weird.
I don't think they'll get relegated. No, I don't really think they'll get relegated. But one team that I do wish got relegated at some point, Man United against Palace. Now again, this is another one that the reverse fixture was only played about 2 weeks ago.
can't rule Palace out of this one, even though it's at Old Trafford. You can't. Palace are decent.
It was 1-1. That's when Casemiro got his yellow card.
Yeah.
Missed the game against you boys.
Yeah.
So, but in the league, I know Man United they beat Reading in the FA Cup, who really they're middle of the Championship.
Yeah.
Right. So they drew with Palace. They lost to you boys. They've only picked up 1 point out of 6.
True.
You know. So whereas I said that I think that this is our turning point when we played Spurs, is this theirs?
You think what? You think
To drop off a little bit?
Could do.
Because Palace ain't an easy team to beat.
They're not. They're not. No, 100%. Like I say, even with being at Old Trafford, having a home advantage, I'm not going to rule Palace out.
No, I'm
not at all.
I'm going for another draw there, bro.
Do you know what? That's so weird. I'm going to go 2-2.
2-2.
I'm going 2-2 draw. Yeah, that has got draw written all over it.
Coral must love you, bro.
Oh yeah, they do.
Oh man, yeah, but no, I think it'll be the same score line as 2 weeks ago, 1-1. But I think that Palace will score from open play, not a worldie of a free kick.
Yeah.
But who knows?
Yeah, you never know.
Now, you know, just moving on from them, is this going to be a starting point for Liverpool or not? They're playing Wolves away.
Wolves rock bottom, aren't they? Wolves rock bottom.
I think they might be 19th.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Without looking at the table.
Without looking at it, but they're low anyway.
They're there or thereabouts, but they gave Liverpool a bit of a scare in their FA Cup replay.
Yeah, they did. They did.
And they really should have won that, to be fair. But, you know, VAR is what it is.
It is.
I don't know, man. That's a tough one for me to
call
there, bro.
Want to pick up. Wolves are going to want the points as well.
Wolves they both need points.
Yeah, they do. You're right.
They both need points. And the thing is Klopp needs to start getting Liverpool ticking.
Yeah.
And if he can't get them ticking against near enough rock bottom Wolves, it just ain't going to happen for him, is it?
It ain't.
It
really isn't. Again, I'm going draw.
The draw?
I'm going draw again.
1-1?
1-1.
Yeah, I think
I'm going 1-1 draw, yeah.
I'm probably with you on that.
Yeah, 1-1 draw.
They just seem to be on a downward spiral, bro, at the minute. And until they start, picking up results, that's not going to change my mind. But I suppose we'll have to call it game of the weekend, considering what happened the last time. Another game that was only on 2 weeks ago, Spurs City.
Yeah.
This time is at Spurs.
Yeah,
you watch this time, we'll go into half-time 2-0 up and get spanked 4-2.
Could happen. You never know with Spurs at the minute. You just never know. I mean, it is. I think it's gonna be different. Obviously, yeah, you went 2-0 down before half time.
Yeah.
I sat there and said that's game done.
Did you?
I did.
Yeah.
100% I did. I thought usually the first half City I thought played bad, and Spurs obviously played well. But then second half I don't know what Pep gave them at half time. There was something in them Lucozade bottles.
Oh man.
There was something in there because you came out and wiped the floor with them. Yeah, obviously I'd love to see that.
Yeah, but do you know what? I don't actually think we played bad in the first half. I don't think we played badly. It was just that we gave away 2 of the most pathetic goals you're ever likely to see.
Got caught out.
There was boos at half time. I don't condone that sort of shit because I think in some ways, City fans are quite spoilt now. Very spoilt now.
Yeah, they are. Because you used to winning everything.
City fans ain't used to going in 2-0.
No, they're not.
Do you know what I mean? And when I heard the boos ring around the stadium, I think, come on, man. You're like, really?
This happens to other teams week in, week out.
Yeah, but the players weren't being booed because we were playing badly. They were being booed because we were losing. Do you know what I mean? And that's what it is.
Don't like it. Not used to it. It's not used to it. Not comfy with going into half time 2-0 down. It doesn't happen often.
Not anymore, but that used to be a regular thing. Believe me.
Yeah, many years ago.
Honestly, I do think it'll be a different game away at Spurs this time. But
yeah. I don't think you'll be 2-0 down at half time.
No.
I think you'll come out. I think you will win that. I think you'll come out and I think you'll manage the game very differently.
Yeah. I do think we'll go on and win it again. And I think it'll be by 2 goals, bro. I reckon 3-1.
3-1, yeah. That's fair enough. That's
Spurs defence, it's just...
It's got a lot of mistakes in that defence. A lot of mistakes. Well, you've seen it. You've seen it happen. You see it happen when they played us. You've seen it happen when they played you last. In the second half, they're all over the place.
Yeah.
Session. Useless.
That's what I mean. Yeah, it's just got too
Usually,
many.
everyone runs around him. He just literally every player I've seen just runs
It's got
around.
too many holes in it, bro. Honestly, man, I was only in Amsterdam a few months ago. I was walking around the red light. I just see Spurs defenders in the windows. You know what I mean? Honestly, they're just up for being penetrated at any given moment, bro. So that's what I'm saying. I still think we'll win by 2 goals.
Yeah, no, 3-1, solid result. I think that. And who do you think will score Spurs' goal?
Harry Kane.
Will it be Harry
Yeah,
Kane?
Harry Class A, as they like to say.
Yeah, it's all well and good. He can score as many goals as he wants, but he's never lifted it. He's lifted the Aldi Cup, man. Fair play to him.
Oh yeah,
He's lifted
well
the
done.
Aldi Cup, so yeah, fair play.
But he's now the Tottenham's top scorer, isn't he now?
Yeah, he is.
Well, I think he's
No,
joined.
he's level with Jimmy.
Well,
Greaves.
he's going to beat. He's going to beat it, and
He's not going to score another goal in his career at Tottenham unless he left now.
Yeah.
Unless he left before the next game.
Well, I suppose if you think about it, it sort of pleases both sets of fans, innit? If we beat Spurs 3-1, I'm happy because we got the 3 points away at Spurs.
Yeah.
And Harry Kane scores their goal, and he's now their top goal scorer. They'd be happy with that. That's a trophy for them.
It is. That's all Spurs. All Spurs fans can hold on to his achievements like that.
Yeah.
It's just it must be devastating.
But anyway, I'll do this with Sham every week, Archie. I'm going to do it with you this time. Mad skills of the week. Who are you going to give that? Who are you going to give that to, brother? Could be any player, any team, any manager, whatever. What's impressed you over the weekend football?
Over the weekend football.
Just anyone.
For me, I'm gonna have to go Casemiro at United.
Why?
I just think he's changed. I like him. I do. I know you hate this, and it pains me to say that, but out of everything, I'm gonna have to go with Casemiro. I do just think that, like, the way he changes the game, he holds that team. Does well. He got his goal as well.
Yeah, he did.
He got his goal.
He did. You know, to be fair,
Sham's going to be happy watching this back.
yeah, that's what I mean. Honestly, I'm thinking, I'm trying to think of someone else, and I'm struggling.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, do you know what? I'll just agree with you. Yeah, Casemiro, he does bring a lot more to the team. He scored 2 goals. I'm going to look like a bit of an idiot now by saying to you, why are you picking him? But all it was is just a little bit of spite against Man United. That's all that is. But if I actually, think about it, out of what I've seen so far this weekend,
out of everything the weekend,
to
like
be
say,
fair,
the only other one would be obviously Brighton's winner. That could come close. Massimo,
Yeah.
got Brighton's winner.
Yeah,
he's
to be fair.
been playing well all season,
Yeah.
and he's obviously got the winner, put him through. So, between them two,
we'll call it a draw.
we'll call it a draw. Just so Sham's not sitting here excited. Let him get his little hype there. Where we just said Casemiro, but Massimo.
Yeah. Right, waste of the week. Are you going for waste of the week? I know exactly what I'm going for. It's got to be Liverpool, innit?
It has.
It's got to be Liverpool.
It's got to be. Yeah. No, yeah, it has. It's Liverpool.
I don't even think we need to elaborate, bro.
We don't.
Not really.
Shocking.
At the end of the day, there's only football fans watching this, and if you're a football fan, you watch a Liverpool game, you know what we're on about, man. It's Liverpool.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, done.
But anyway, Archie, just before we head out, bro, I will hit you with the famous fact of the week.
Go on.
Now, did you know, in the 93-94 Serie A season, AC Milan won the league by scoring 36 goals, right? Udinese and Atalanta were both relegated, scoring 35 goals.
How? How? Cool, I'm going to have to look into that a bit more. That's good.
That's mad, isn't it?
That's mental. What I want to know is how.
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
There's your homework, Archie. Look
that
through
is.
the 93-94 season,
I am.
look at all the results.
I'm going to have to. That's mental.
If you didn't know, now you know. We'll catch you next week.